Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I'm mixed up vegan. Okay, so boom. So as always, I'm super excited for this recipe because it's a Jamaican recipe from my childhood. My mom used to make saltfish fritters, saltfish fritters, whatever you want to call them, like all the time when she had like leftover saltfish and stuff like that. And of course, I haven't had these in years. I don't even think I had them like in years leading up to when I went vegan too. Like I cannot remember the last time my mom made these. So I was super jazzed to recreate them. Like I was just laying in bed. I was like, but weird. Look from women have saltfish fritters. So if you want to see how I made Jamaican saltfish fritters vegan, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. And as always, the link to the detailed recipe will be in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, in the same way, like in my Aki and saltfish video where I use jackfruit, I'm gonna use that here because I really like the way that jackfruit acts like in fish dishes, particularly like a saltfish or like a shredded fish type of way, because of like the texture of it and the way it looks. You know, we eat with our eyes first, so you want to make sure it's like acting the part, you know, fulfilling the assignment, you know what I'm saying? And also jackfruit is super neutral. You can play with the textures a lot, so it's really, really neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred it up. And when you do this, like jackfruit has this like little tough bit at the bottom. I don't even know how to describe it. Like this little, you'll see what I'm talking about, where it's like a little bit like more dense. I don't use that. I don't know if other people use it, but like I don't. So I just took it off and shredded it. It took like 5 minutes. Like it's not, you know, put a podcast on, you know what I'm saying? Put a little music on. It will go right by. And it makes a lot of them. Like I have so much, I have so many of these. Okay. And then I'm breaking up some nori sheets. I got this from Sprouts, and I'm actually happy I use these ones because they were way cheaper than like buying from the Asian market. And because they were cheaper, they like broke up. I feel like people have been eating these like seaweed things as snacks for a while, but I feel like the TikTok trend with the walking sushi or the lazy sushi, I forgot what it's called. Like people be selling it now. They were 4 for $5, girl. I used like half the pack, which I think was like about 3 or 4 sheets. If you don't like the fishy seaweed taste, and you can leave it out, but I think it adds like a little bit of dimension. Not even think, it adds dimension to the dish or whatever. So you know, do that. All right, so may I chop up my accoutrement. Then why did I say that? I hate when my uncle says that word. Like he'll always be like, come pick up your accoutrements. And Jamaicans be doing that. Like Jamaicans be using big words, and it just adds insult. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just be like, come take up your things. You know what I'm saying? But using big words to further insult you, like what? I was like, one time he said this to me, I was like, stop saying that word. Accoutrements. Like anyway, so I have some onions and I have some bell pepper and I have a scotch bonnet here. You know, I always have a scotch bonnet in my freezer, so I just whipped one out. I ain't gonna hold you, like it wasn't even that hot. I think it's because, okay, let me be real. I removed the seeds and the stems because I had to go to a rehearsal right after this, and I was not gonna have no bubble in the rehearsal. But I think like when I do this again, I'm not gonna remove the seeds and stems because it wasn't hot at all. Like it had a little something in the back, but it wasn't hot, and I ain't like it. I don't like it. Okay, and I added some garlic because you know it's Katie, like I'm gonna add some garlic. Okay, so now it's up to you what you do next, right? So I added about like 2.5 cups of flour. The recipe will say exactly, but if you want it to be like more textured, you add less flour. This is where like Jamaican recipes can get a little dicey because you have to cook from your heart. Do you understand? But if you want it to be like more like floury, more bready, then you add more flour. I did like a in between because first of all, I didn't want it to fall apart because I ain't had time for that. But you know what I mean. Okay, so I had about 2.5 cups of flour and like 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Would not skip the baking powder because it makes it fluffy. My mom didn't use baking powder when she made hers. Let me not put her business out here, but I added baking powder to mine, okay? And you're just going to eyeball it with the water. You want like a nice thick consistency, but like not too thick because you don't want them to be too dense. But you don't want it to be too water. You don't want it to be watery either. So, you know, I'm gonna show you what it looks like in a second, but you just add your water lickle, and you should get something like this. Like I thought this was really, really appropriate when I was making mine or whatever. Okay, so I have some oil because you have to fry these. Okay, this is one, we have to fry it, okay? And even if you're not Caribbean, you're not Jamaican, you know, I would really recommend you try these. Like even when you go to Jamaica, you go to a resort, like they'll have these. Will they have fritters? Yeah. You go to a resort, you'll have these. You go to like somewhere like on a roadside by the water, that they're gonna have saltfish fritters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a nice snack. When I was growing up, we ate them for breakfast, you know. But and I was living my childhood dreams because I had like some of these and some tea. I was like, period, vegan wa. What would I miss out upon? Nothing at all. You just fry them until they're golden brown. They look like this. Like, these were so good. And it's crazy because I cannot believe that I've gone so long without making them. And now I feel like I have to add them into my rotation. I'm also really excited to like go home during the holidays and make these, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I be pushing the vegan agenda. It's not going anywhere, you know. It's not going anywhere at all, actually, because my grandma will always be like, no, you can't have a plate and not have no meat on there. And they go, Marga. She'll be like, man, yes, take you, because I'm not having meat. Dramatics. But anyway, I had so much fun recreating this. And I say this a lot of times that, like, I feel like when people go vegan, they fear that you have to give up your cultural foods. And, like, that's not the case. It's going to be different. But like, if you want to explore veganism, but you're worried about like losing your culture, like that's really not the case, babes. You know, you can, you know, subscribe and I'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you thought about this recipe. Let me know if you try this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. While you're here, check out my other videos. Welcome. I have enough of them. I have enough video of them. Thank you again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.